Hi, this is Greg Wiest, pastor of Lewis Presbyterian Church, with encouraging words from the coast, my midweek devotional. And I wanted to begin by sharing with you a verse from 1 Timothy 2, 1 through 5. It says this: I urge then, first of all, that petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, that we may live peaceful and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness. This is good and pleases God our Savior, who wants all people to be saved and come to a knowledge of the truth. For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Jesus Christ. I thought about that particular verse that Paul penned to Timothy back in the first century. And he's asking Timothy to pray for the leaders in charge. And the leader at that time in Roman history was most likely a man named Nero. And not a godly man at all, not a man who was Christian or anything like that. And then, of course, the governor of the Roman provinces where they were operating were certainly most likely pagans. That's not true in the United States, but I wanted to impress on you that these Christians were praying for those who held office in their local areas, regardless of whether they were believers or not. And the reason that they were praying is so that there would be peace and that they could carry out the mission of Christianity where God had placed them. And so, today, where many of our leaders are Christian, we want to pray for them. And, with a lot of the chaos that's going on in our country right at the moment, I think that the stance of Christians really needs to be prayer. We need to pray for our president. We need to pray for those in Congress. We need to pray for our local governor, John Carney. We need to pray for our local mayors, for police chiefs, for anybody in authority, that they would have wisdom from God and that they would make good and helpful decisions concerning our nation, concerning our country, our state, and our local areas. So, I hope that you as believers out there will be in prayer for those who have tremendous responsibility right at this moment. I wouldn't wish the responsibility that they have on myself at this point because they have so much on their plates. So we want to pray for those who have authority and who are exercising leadership, that they would be able to do so in a way that is helpful to our nation and to our local communities. As I finish up today, I do want to remind you that we'll be having communion this coming Sunday. And that in a couple of weeks, on the 21st, we will be having our first live worship services at the usual times. They'll be slightly different. We'll be going a little shorter than usual. But I really hope that you can make it if you can. Just a reminder, if you're 13 and up, you're supposed to wear a mask, unless, of course, you've got a medical condition where you're not able to. We'll be spacing. We'll be taking all the precautions as we worship on that Sunday. So, I hope to see you. And I hope that we'll have a good first showing, and that we'll get in the habit of coming to worship once again. So I'm looking forward to that time, and I hope you'll mark that on your calendar. If you're planning to come, and I hope you will plan to come on that first Sunday, June 21st, I hope that you will give us a call and let us know that you're coming, or send us an email and let us know that you're coming and which service you're coming to, and how many of you are coming together, so that we'll be able to plan ahead. If you forget to, don't stay away just because you didn't tell us. But we're not doing this like a hotel reservation or a restaurant reservation, but just to give us an idea so we can plan. But anyway, I am looking forward to seeing you again. I'm praying for you. And I hope that you will be a people who will pray for our nation and our nation's leaders and our local leaders as well. Thank you for joining me today. Amen.